Yes, today I want to talk about careers. This is Professor Buisa. You can see I was talking to high school students and their teachers. This was at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I was guiding these prospective university students in matters careers. So I call it the Buisa Career Bootcamp. Yes, careers or career selection, if you like, is one of the many important choices students make which have long life effects or lifelong effects. This is because choosing a career that matches one's interests, skills, and values significantly increases their chances for socioeconomic success, personal fulfillment, and happiness. Yes, this student is scratching his head. He has come to Form 2, this is Kenya, and now he wants to choose the future career. He has been doing general subjects, up to 14 subjects or so, and now in Form 2, they want him or her to choose just 8 subjects to pursue, and now that is like choosing a career. And look, he's pondering what to do. Indeed, my interactions with university students has revealed that many of them have chosen wrong careers. Yes, those are my students. When they come year 1, I ask them, why did they choose this subject or the other? I get varying results, responses, but in general, quite a number of them have chosen wrong careers. Yes, further interactions reveal that students, and therefore by extension their high school teachers and parents, may not be well equipped with the requisite career choice information to make informed decisions. Career choices are indeed among the difficult decisions that most pupils face, and even parents. Now in 2012, there was a University of Nairobi study on factors influencing choice of subjects by Form 2s in Kiene area in Nyeri. 3 factors came out. Gender. Majority of the students said there were subjects for girls, and they call them arts, and subjects for boys, sciences. Therefore, if I'm a boy, I'm going to choose the sciences, biology, physics. If I'm a girl, I'm going for music. Then the guardians of the education also, the guardians level of education. There are some guardians who are learned, and some of them want their children to pursue the same career that they, as parents, pursued, to continue the family lineage. Some of the parents, guardians, who are low in education, they even look at their children as higher, more learned than them, and therefore they don't participate in career choice. They leave it for the teachers. And then 3, they're the teachers. The teachers want to promote their own subjects, the subject that they are teaching. So they want to advise and persuade the children or the pupils to choose their, you see, choice, career choice. And then just last year, 2019, at the Kenya Methodist University, a study in the Meru County. Careers which students of public secondary schools in Meru County choose are statistically and significantly influenced by the nature of the career guidance services, parental aspirations, mass media, and school policy on selection of subjects. And mass media and parental aspirations exert the greatest influence. This was a study by a scholar in Methodist University, and they chose to study Meru County only. And now, both studies made similar recommendation, or a recommendation that can be summarized as pupils, parents, and the teachers should be provided with adequate career information. In other words, there should be parent-teacher-student connection. And this is what I want to contribute in this video. I want to make a contribution towards assisting or providing information that may be useful when pupils choose their subjects for their future careers. Indeed, teachers and parents will find it also useful. And I'm asking, could psychologists help? Yeah. Let's think about it. Who is a psychologist? It is someone who studies the mind and behavior. She or he studies how we think, how we feel, and behave from a scientific viewpoint, and applies this knowledge to help people understand, explain, and change their behavior. Yes, here I am. I am not a psychologist. I'm an entrepreneur, both a scholar and practicing. So I can mentor people, aspiring self-employed employees, people who want to go in business. But psychologists will read our minds and help us in our behavior. And therefore, I think psychologists can play a good role in terms of advising on careers. Now, such a psychologist was John Holland, although of course there are others. I read the works of John Holland, and even if I'm not a psychologist, but I want to share what I read and understood and digested from John Holland. There he is, born in 1919 and died in 2008, sometimes called the original career advisor. He developed a theory that people's interests, values, and strengths can be arranged into 6 basic categories, which he called personality traits. He's now older in this picture. So this, his theory, personality theory. Dr. Holland reasoned that people work best in work environments that match their preferences. Holland goals are a set of personality types developed by him in the 1970s. And there they are. John Holland proposed that most people possess one of 6 model personality types: R, realistic; I, investigative; A, artistic; S, social; E, enterprising; C, conventional; and he called it realistic. There they are. They are the investigative, also sometimes referred to as the thinkers. Then they are the artistic, the creators. Then the social, the helpers. Then the enterprising, the persuaders. The conventional, the organizers. And the realistic, the doers. So according to George Holland, me and you fall under one of these categories. Of course, there are people who traverse, who can merge in more than one. but structurally, strictly speaking, or let's call it generally speaking, those are the 6 personalities, and I repeat, according to John Holland. Of course, there are others, but today I've chosen to focus on John Holland. Now, John Holland thought and said there must be some connection between people's personality traits and the careers that they choose. Yes, that is you, your personality type, and that is a career out there. And therefore, when you match you and the career you match, then you are likely to get a good choice. And then Sarah Brown has written a whole book advising, let your personality be your career guide. How to be happy, successful, and understood at work. So, personality and career choice. Researchers have gone on and fitted Holland's personality types with careers. Look at them. The Holland 6 personality types and job fit. The type, realistic, personality, normally shy, but stable and very practical. Those are like engineers, farmers, etc., etc. Investigative, normally analytical and very independent. Those are like scientists, biologists, economists, mathematicians. Then the artistic, normally imaginative and idealistic, like the painters, the writers, the musicians. Then the social, these are sociable, very cooperative, like teachers, social workers, counselors. Then the enterprising, very ambitious, very energetic, like the lawyers, the salespeople. Then the conventional, very practical and efficient, like the accountants, the bankers, and so on and so forth. So, as a parent, you can use Holland's personality theory to identify your child's personality and go on to help him or her select her subjects when in Form 2. But you don't have to wait until your child is in Form 2. You have to start early enough, identify the personality, because chances are that your kid will come and ask you, Daddy, Mommy, we're now going to choose subjects. Which subject should I follow? If your boy or girl comes to you and asks you, don't let them down. Don't just give them the subject that you think is good for them. Don't send them back to the teachers. You'd have identified their personality. Match that personality with the subject. You see, we're told, never force your children to adopt a system or a profession that does not value their creative expression, nor encourage their unique abilities. And the greatest gifts you can give your children are the roots of responsibility and the wings of independence. That Dennis Waitley, powerful advice. The message is that please don't force your child into anything, any career. Match the personality of your child with the career. So to do that, you can start observing your primary school going children for their domineering behaviors. Well, at home, even before they go to primary and they continue in primary, there are some behaviors that they show, and some of those behaviors are domineering. Look out for those ones. Like now, if the domineering behavior of your child is the child works mainly with the things and not people, enjoys outdoor physical activity, plants and animals, then that is the realistic personality in your child. If your child likes solving problems, avoids leading or persuading people, enjoys science and maths, that is the investigative character, personality in your child. If your child uses hands and mind to create new things, appreciates beauty, variety, and meeting unusual people, that is the artistic personality in your child. If the child likes social problems and helping others, enjoys closeness, sharing, groups, and being in charge, that is the social personality in your child. If your child likes influencing, persuading, leading others, and enjoys that money power, that is the enterprising personality in your child. If your child is normally quiet and careful, likes working with data, numbers, and figures, carries out tasks in detail, that is the conventional personality in your child. Now, if you observe your child for a long time and it is domineering, please note it, because that will help you to advise your child when they come to choosing those subjects in Form 2. Now, the things that the realistic children enjoy and like most are working on machines, whether they are real machines or toys, building things, constructing things, taking care of animals, dogs, cats, and all that, putting things together or assembling things, cooking, being practical, working outdoors, like these pictures depict, then that is a realistic personality in your child. Now, realistic behavior lead to building jobs which involve the use of tools, machines, or physical skill. Builders like working with their hands and bodies, working with plants and animals, and working outdoors. So, realistic doers, possible occupations are a farmer, firefighter, engineer, mechanical, electrical, carpenter, electrician. These are some of the occupations that children who depict the personality of realistic can be advised to. Now, investigative, the kids who enjoy doing puzzles, experimenting, like science, figuring out how things work, analyzing things, problems, situations, working with the numbers or charts, maths. Like your child just wants to go around the TV to see where this person who is speaking the TV, finding out, figuring out. That's an investigative child. And investigative behavior leads to thinking jobs, which involve theory, research, and intellectual inquiry. Thinkers like working with ideas and concepts and enjoy science, technology, and academia. Now, the investigative, the thinkers, are people like chemists, physicians, biologists, physicists, actuarial scientists, statisticians, mathematicians, dentists, vets, pharmacists, and a few others, many others, so to speak. Now, artistic children like things like working independently, reading about art and music, creative writing, creativity itself, playing instruments or singing, acting in plays, drawing, like those pictures depict. Artistic behavior leads to creating jobs which involve art, design, language, and self-expression. Creators like working in unstructured environments and producing something unique. They're there. Artistic, dancers, book editors, art teachers, composers, fashion designers, actors, disc jockey, graphic designer, and all that. You can see the creators. Now, things that the social children enjoy most are working in teams, never like sitting alone, teaching, training, and showing others how to do things, helping others solve problems, trying to heal people, animals, and all that, learning about other cultures, getting into discussions about issues and not personalities. You see? Social behavior leads to helping jobs, which involve assisting, teaching, coaching, and serving other people. Helpers like working in cooperative environments to improve the lives of others. There, friendly people, visiting, guidance counselor, physical therapist, social worker, nurses, occupational therapists, teachers like myself, athletic trainers, librarians. Those are some of the occupations. For things that enterprising children like and enjoy most are ambition, setting goals for themselves, influencing and persuading people, selling things, taking on new responsibilities, talking about business, leading others, giving speeches. Yes, enterprising behavior leads to persuading jobs which involve leading, motivating, and influencing others. Persuaders like working in positions of power to make decisions and carry out projects. There they are, the persuaders, salespeople, travel agents, account executive, insurance underwriters, hotel managers, lawyers, judges, bankers, executives, and all that. Now, things that conventional children enjoy is organize things, like they put all their things in their files, in their desks, in their tables, very neatly put away, getting clear instructions to follow. They will ask you, Mommy, what should I do? They want instructions and they follow those instructions. Working indoors, paying attention to detail, filing or typing, keeping records of their own work. Look, those are the conventional, being very neat, cleaning the tables, keeping away, healing, trying to be a nurse and all that. Now, conventional behavior leads to organizing jobs which involve managing data, information, and processes. Organizers like to work in structured environments to complete tasks with precision and accuracy. There they are. Court clerks, post office clerks, secretaries, timekeepers, mail carriers, typists, bookkeepers, bank tellers, all those are the organizers, the conventional characteristics or personalities. So, in summary, we can say realistic children will fit in all engineering, dentistry, chemistry. Investigative children will fit in sociology, psychology, medicine, economics, psychiatrists, veterinarians, chemists, pharmacists, anthropologists, meteorologists, and botanists, and others. Artistic personalities, creative writer, performing artist, including actor, singer, and dancer, marketing, advertising, architect, designer, journalist, all that. Social personalities, they are education, teachers, all that. Nursing, social work, judges, librarians, bankers. Enterprising personalities, business, attorney, management, entrepreneur, civil servant, administration, finance. And lastly, conventional personalities, accounting, actuarial science, human resource management, banking, insurance, and legal. So, you can now help your child with subject choice in Form 2, if need be. When your child comes to you asking for help in choosing the subjects, if you have done your homework well as a good parent, then you'll be able to help. Here it is. In Kenya, mathematics, English, and Kiswahili are like compulsory. the choice of the other subjects will depend on the preferred career. Now, I have developed this simple guide for non-compulsory subjects and career paths. Look, inside my career wheel, inside the wheel is mathematics, there is English, there is Kiswahili. These are compulsory. So, these your children should know that in Kenya, these are compulsory. Now, if you have identified your child to be realistic, then the subject that you will add to the compulsory ones will include physics, chemistry, biology, computer studies, business studies, agriculture, physical education. Remember, they did up to 14 subjects in Form 1 and added Form 2. In Form 2, they are now choosing 8 subjects. And those 8 subjects are going to determine their careers. Of the 8 subjects, these 3 are already gone. So 5 subjects are what we are now playing around with. Investigative characteristics, physics, biology, chemistry, computer studies to add on the compulsory ones. Artistic, music, computer studies, business studies, languages to add on the compulsory ones. Social personalities. Please wind back this video, look at it again, and remind yourself of the personalities. So social personality, physical education, art and design, computer studies, business studies, languages. Enterprising, business studies, computer studies, languages. And finally, conventional personalities, business studies, computer studies. I hope you have noticed that computer studies cuts across. If I were me, I'll again say it is compulsory, but it is not. However, the important being digital, computers now, whether in business, in social life, even in the church, in the mosque, computers are becoming part of us. Business studies also is cutting across many. We have business studies here, 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 business studies here. Indeed, whatever career you choose, when you are employed, wage employed, when you retire, you'll want to go in entrepreneurship. And you'll find that therefore business studies and now entrepreneurship has come in this wheel. Where there's business studies, there will also be entrepreneurship. So you can see that really, if you are a good parent, if you started early, you'll be in a better position to advise your child when they come to Form 2. As I said, we receive students at the university with no clue why they have come to that degree. Some are just pursuing. Remember the Nairobi and the Meru studies, the Nyeri and the Meru studies. Some are just coming in because they want a degree. And hence, they will get completely bored even when they are employed, wage employed. I hope I have assisted. You can always reach me, Professor Henry Bwisa. Google me, 0722 858507. Reach me. We can do individualized, customized career advice. We can do in-house career advice. We can do holidays, boot camps like I've done. I hope you enjoyed it and it has made a difference. Thank you.